Well, hello there, my fellow rushers. How you be doing today? King Rex here. And today we're coming back with yet another challenge. This time I decided to pick Tortuga, and we're gonna beat it on veteran. And on top of that, we're gonna do it on Lives Lost with Templars. Because I thought, what's one of the most useless towers ever created? And I remembered that Templars exist, so I decided, you know what? Maybe they have some purpose, so let's try to use them properly. So I decided to combine them with Ashbite and see what happens, because both of them are pretty underwhelming in their own aspects. Templars are underwhelming in the fact that they're trying to be a ripoff. They're trying to copy the Paladins from the original Kingdom Rush, but they fail miserably. Because the only good thing that they have is their durability, but their damage is kind of underwhelming. Hence why I picked Ashbite, who is kind of a good choice for this level, because he deals splash damage. Sure, he deals true damage, which is gonna be helpful for one specific enemy, but for the most part, I mostly picked him because of the small area damage that he delivers, which is pretty nice. I tried using Nivus and the Edge Ray, but the results were quite atrocious, and I wasn't quite able to pull it off on the last few waves, which just lacked the damage, which is the issue with the Templars. So I decided to pick Ashbite because he still kind of fits in with them, you know. Templars are medieval themed, Dragons are medieval themed, so why not? Why not use Ashbite? I was thinking about using Boneheart, but then again, what's the challenge if you use one of the best heroes in the game ever created, right? So yeah, now for this level it's not super hard, it's just annoying to say the least. You know, when you have all these fishes just trying to rush through your defense, it's pretty annoying. And I also have this gunboat, which, you know, we need to destroy it, especially in this challenge, because we can't use anything else but barracks, and this thing destroys barracks pretty quickly. Even Templars can die from it, so yeah. Now, as far as the upgrades go, I don't know what I'm gonna be getting. I'll mostly try to lean towards the what was it called, Arterial Strike, because it's our only other source of true damage besides Ashbite and Arena Fire, of course. Sure, we have the bombs from, you know, the parrots that we can buy for 350 gold, but it's kind of expensive, so I'm not quite sure if I'll do it quite yet. I'll probably get them later, but for now, I'm just gonna stick with Ashbite Micro and some, you know, Arterial Strike, which is a pretty atrocious ability in my books, but I can see it being useful from time to time. But the issue is that, even though it deals a good amount of true damage, it's damage over time. And damage over time doesn't work very well when you have a lot of other towers. Like, if you have like Battle Makers, Necromancers, Archmages, Crossbow Forts, etc., enemies are gonna die very quickly, and they will not have enough time to take the full damage that's been delivered by the Templars. Which means that there's a lot of damage wasted, which sucks. Unlike that, assassins, they can easily perform their abilities. Yeah, Templars. Why am I even doing it with you? You're such a disappointment of a tower, I don't know why I'm even using you. Just like Ashbite. I mean, look at that. He's literally letting himself get killed. Well, not really. I mean, oh, well, now he was, but I moved him. If I didn't move him, he will probably die to the archers, because he just doesn't want to attack them. Alright, now he did. But here, unfortunately... Oh no, actually he survived. I thought I killed him there because he was on a critically low HP, but surprisingly, he made it out alive. I'm proud of you, Ashbite. Sure, your attack range is complete garbage, but at least you do something. If only Atlantis was in the game. Which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that was a hero rework that I did, and Buduk reviewed it. And it was pretty nice. If only Atlantis was here, if only, I would have loved to play with him, but that's not the case. We have Ashbite. The first dragon ever created into the community that was a massive disappointment. I mean, yeah, maybe they were trying to balance them out, but to be honest, there's a lot of issues with Ashbite. And I can make an entire video just addressing the issues, but, you know, we can touch on some of them. To start off, the range. The attack range is very weird. You have to position them in the strange positions, like you have to put them slightly above, a little bit above the enemies, so that way he can attack them. Because you can see sometimes he attacks, sometimes he doesn't. But as long as you find the right position, he can attack consistently, which is good, but, you know, it's kind of hard. That's what I have to say about the range. For his abilities, they're kind of questionable, like... To start off with the Blazing Breath is just bad, like... It's a slightly higher basic attack that has quote-unquote bigger AoE. But to be honest, the issue is that the AoE is not terrible, it's just the fact that he aims it every time at the middle sub lane. And for sometimes you may not get an enemy on the other sub lane. I don't know how to explain it, just the radius of this thing is kind of weird. You think that it's big, judging by the animation, but it's not. It's kind of disappointing. Then we also have the smoke thingy, where he just smokes a bunch of enemies, slowing them down. It's good, but like, it doesn't help him out. It doesn't help out the fact that he can't block anything, so it's kind of useless. The Feast is probably his worst ability. I mean, sure, he has a chance of an insta-kill, but come on. It's only 40% and it has 30 seconds cooldown, which is disappointing. Like, take for example Shatra. With Shatra, his insta-kill only has 25 seconds, and it's a guaranteed insta-kill. Or he can abduct multiple enemies if they have below 1000 HP, or up to 1000 HP in this case, which is wonderful. With Ashbite, that's not the case. He can only do like 200 damage, and it's physical damage, which is even worse. Well, the only thing that is kind of good about him is the Wildfire Barrage. It just has a goofy targeting because it has a very long range, and usually he aims it at the enemy that's like furthest away, which sucks. I don't know why the targeting works like that, but whatever the reason is, it makes the ability slightly redundant, and by slightly I mean quite a bit. But yeah, as you can see, this time he aimed it properly and he used it on the Shadow Archers, which was awesome because he killed them very quickly. Now, sadly we don't have the Rain of Fire for the boat, and unfortunately our Templars are gonna take some heavy damage. But thankfully they have a good amount of health and they can survive. Now, I'm not quite sure if the attacks from the boat do explosive damage. I would assume that they do, since they do some area damage. Or at least it looks like they do area damage, so I would assume that it's area damage, so they ignore a little bit of armor, which sucks. But anyway, oh, Ashbite died. Oh, I forgot to mention that. He was doing so little that I forgot to mention it. Well, actually no, let's not make him be so bad. He actually helped out quite a bit. You know, he's basically filling up the weakness that Templars cannot fill by themselves, which is damage. They're great blockers, and Ashbite is a okay damage dealer, but he needs a lot of support in order for him to work. And Templars deliver it, because you need a lot of stalling power with Ashbite. He's not like Boneheart where you can just put him anywhere and he'll obliterate a small horde of enemies by himself. Ashbite doesn't do that. He needs a support, and Templars are the best support. I mean, probably Assassins are better too, now that I think about it, but you know, I want to use the Templars because with Assassins it will be too easy. With Templars at least, you know, it has some challenge, or at least a little bit. Now, the only thing that I don't think about getting on the Templars is probably the toughness upgrade. Like, sure, it sounds good getting more HP, but 600 gold, man. For 600 gold, I would much rather get a level 3 barrack, or a level 4 barrack for that matter. I'm not quite sure if I can afford it though. I'll probably be a little bit slightly over 600 gold, but I would much rather prefer getting another level 4 Templar than getting an additional 150 HP on 3 other Templars. I just don't like it. However, the Holy Grail could be helpful, so we may get it later on, because, you know, having a small chance to resurrect yourself is kind of nice. If only they resurrected with full health though. They resurrect with only like 20% of their HP or so. Don't judge me on that. I don't know how much HP they gain when they resurrect. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around 20 to 25% of their total HP or something like that. Now here we have another horde of archers. Ashbite, you know what to do. Yeah, you're kind of staying there. Oh, you died again. Look at that. I was expecting him to take them down. Boneheart would have destroyed them. My fictional Atlanteus would have annihilated them with his group damage abilities, but Ashbite, he failed miserably. Well, I guess not miserably, he killed a decent amount of them, but... Ashbite, come on, you're supposed to be strong. Where's my Atlanteus? I want Atlanteus here, not this disappointment of a dragon. Anyway, wave 11 is here. What do we have here? Nothing too threatening, just another ship, which we don't have a Rain of Fire for, so... Templars, you're gonna have to tank. Come on, that's what you're good at, right? Tanking. Now I'm gonna move these guys, just a little bit, just so they don't get damaged by the boat. And yeah, everything is going fine, just a ton of green fins, which is pretty good for Ashbite because that way he can do some decent area damage. You know, he's kind of acting as our artillery in a way. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say because nothing really interesting is happening. I was expecting this challenge to be pretty tough, and to be honest, it kind of was. But as long as you just need some good micro, all right? If you micromanage your hero properly and you time your rain of fire at the right time and the right circumstance, you should be fine. Even though I ignore the fact that I lost one of my what they're called, something with S, but. You know, the guys that are holding the big anchors. These guys. I lost one of them, which was kind of sad, so 130 gold went down the drain, which was a little bit annoying, but, you know, sometimes that's what happens, and you kind of have to roll with it, unfortunately. So yeah, everything is going according to plan for now. We haven't lost any lives, we're in wave 12, nothing can stop us, right? Well, there is one enemy that can potentially stop us, and that's the Black Surge, who is pretty much gonna make our life a little bit harder, because he's gonna disable our barracks, which means that we can't spawn more Templars. However, there's gonna be a short window of opportunity for Templars to spawn in, which is gonna be very short. Like, and I don't know how long his disabling for how long he can disable towers, but there's a split second of time that where the Black Surge allows the towers to attack, which is nice because it means that our Templars can potentially, you know, respawn. Even though did you saw that? Did you saw that extra tower that we had? It was free for a split second, which is gonna be good for the Templars. Even though we have the arterial strike maxed out on most of them, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be good enough. I hope it is. Or we can just insta-kill him with Ashbite. Lucky insta-kill, I guess. Alright, now we don't have to worry about it. Or do we? Because on the next wave we have even more Black Surges, which is gonna suck. So let's start it off and see what happens. To be honest, the last 3 waves are probably the hardest part, at least for this challenge. Especially wave 14, where you get this, where the boat is gonna appear for the last time, and yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting. I hope that the Templars can hold their ground. So far they've been holding it pretty well, to be honest. Like, they're good at their own individual things. Sure, they're not like killers, but they can kill, surprisingly. Like, that arterial strike sometimes helps out. I'm pretty sure that a good amount of the damage was dealt by the arterial strike, not only Ashbite. Yeah, everything is going well. We're gonna need a rain of fire, I think, soon. Yeah, they're starting to break free, so rain of fire time. Yep, everything is fine now. Most of the red spines are dead. I probably need to move Ashbite. I don't know. Should I move him there? There's like 3 red spines over there, maybe 4. So yeah, I'm gonna move him there. Maybe he can help out. Move these guys to the back so they can heal up. Or at least one of them, because one of them had like critically low HP, which was bad. And yeah, the good thing is that at least we're annihilating the Black Surges kind of quickly. Because when you have a lot of Templars on them with the arterial strike, surprisingly you take them down with a good amount of time, I suppose. Wave 14 is here, more Black Surges, awesome. Now our towers are gonna get permanently locked, probably. If enough Black Surges are here, they're probably gonna permanently stun your towers, which is annoying. We didn't got an insta-kill, come on, Ashbite. Why don't you have a guaranteed insta-kill? That's my question. It doesn't even fit you to have an insta-kill. Like, sure, you may be thinking insta-kill is good, but for his playstyle, an insta-kill is pretty much unnecessary. He's meant to be good crowd control, which so far he's been proven to be pretty good at, you know. He's pretty good against crowds, surprisingly, if you have a lot of Templars. I mean, yeah, but the insta-kill, why would you use the insta-kill? It's not even a guaranteed one, which is the weird part. Like, if it was a guaranteed insta-kill, I would be kind of okay with it. I mean, yeah, I will still be a little bit I'll be a little bit puzzled by the fact that he has an insta-kill, but at least it will be a guaranteed one. This one has only 40%, and that's very underwhelming. Still, we have a lot of Black Surges over there with some green... I think there was a green fin here and there, but we killed them, so that's good. We're gonna get some Holy Grail in case of a Templar dying, which could happen. And yeah, we're gonna take it slowly, because there's a lot of Black Surges, like we have like 3 or 4 there. I think now we have 3, one of them ended up dying, so that's good. We're gonna kill all of them in a few seconds, don't worry. Oh, there's one set of Templars that are doing nothing, which, you know, it's understandable, they can't reach, unfortunately. Their rally point isn't big enough. But whatever, we still took everybody down. And surprisingly, our anchor wielding guys ended up surviving too. I was expecting one of them to die again, but apparently it didn't, which was good, because we can save up a little bit of extra gold. Now here we go with the last wave. The last wave is actually kinda iffy. It's only iffy if you don't use your Rain of Fire properly. As you can see, we have like 8 red spines or so coming in, with 2 black surges. If you're really patient, you can wait for the black surges to combine with the red spines, but I'm not quite sure if we can hold them off. Like, the Templars are starting to struggle, so I'm gonna do this instead. Like, sure, black surges are now gonna be an issue, but eh. We have more than enough Templars with arterial strikes, so I feel comfortable beating them. I feel comfortable with beating them without a Rain of Fire. We may get it recharged, like, for the end, but at this point we're pretty much at the end, so it doesn't matter. We have like 1 black surge over there, because it's gonna take an eternity to come to us, which is gonna suck. But don't worry, we're gonna take him down. There's no real issues. We have some green fins, which could be an issue actually, because when I was doing my attempt with Nivus, I ended up dying on the last wave. I had like 6 lives, and exactly 6 green fins ended up sneaking by, which was very annoying. But whatever, that was in the past. We live into the future, or we live in today. My bad. So yeah, as you can see, for the most part, everything has been destroyed, which is awesome. Buggers, big buggers indeed. And yeah, we have only like 2 of these guys left over. I mean, yeah, we have some red spines there, but they're on very low HP. Surprisingly, Templars take them down. Good on you, Templars. Maybe you're a D tier, not an F tier. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, guys, that was pretty much the challenge. Was it super hard? I would say no. Was it interesting? I would say kind of. Am I satisfied? Yes. And yeah, guys. Well, with that out of the way, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. And while you got it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy. Over and out.